Well, hello, 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 all my beautiful souls. How are we doing today? I hope everybody's having a great, beautiful day. So I've got pick a card reading for you here, and I was drawn to these three decks and these three stones that I matched with the decks. Well, I didn't match them. I just chose them by intuition with Spirit's guidance. And so I feel like there's going to be very different messages for each pile. And I don't pick the topic. I allow Spirit to pick the topic because Spirit knows whose lap this is going to fall in and who needs to hear what. So to begin, we have pile number 1, which is blue apatite stone, pile number 2, which is rose quartz, and pile number 3, which is blue lace agate. All very beautiful stones that do very different things for you with as far as crystal healing is concerned. So pick a pile, whatever you're drawn to first, follow your intuition, whatever your eyes were drawn into, that's the pile for you. If you're strongly drawn to more than one pile, there may be more than one message for you. And as always, this is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Reading may resonate with you completely, the whole reading, or maybe just parts of it. So take what resonates. You'll know if something you feel like that doesn't sound like that's for me at all, that's not happening in my life, then that's just not for you. So that's how it works in a general reading. All right, here we go. Pick your pile. I'll give you a moment of silence. All right, let's go. Okay, hello everybody that picked pile 1 and the blue apatite. I love this stone. This stone makes me really happy. This is a palm stone that I bought when I was working on my intuition and clairsentience and claircognizance. This is a stone that connects with the throat chakra, and the throat chakra is all about communication. This stone enhances self-expression, imagination, creativity. It helps enhance your intuition, clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, claircognizance. It's also a very soothing kind of energy and helps soothe the emotional body, and it's also a stone of manifestation. It's attuned to the future and allows the expansion of knowledge. It does a lot of other things, and those are the top things that I'm thinking that are pertinent to this reading for today. So look up blue apatite if you want to know more information about the stone. And I love these stones. I love the energy. And you can work with stones that help, with healing of the chakras and helps with alignment, clearing, and different stones are connected with different chakras. So if you're interested in raising your vibration, clearing your energy, start working with your chakras and crystal healing. And there's so much information out there online to help you learn about this. Get a book. But anyway, so this one, I'm interested to know what the message is going to be, since this is a message of communication and enhancing psychic abilities and self-expression. So let's see what Spirit wants to talk about for pile 1. All right. Yeah, when I got into crystal healing, it was like, ooh, how did I not know about this when I was younger? I love this stuff. And if you work on it, and I've got 3 daughters, and I got them into crystals as well. At first they were skeptical, but you can actually, it's measurable. Scientifically, stones have different measurable megahertz, and their energy is measurable. Everything in this world is energy. Everything solid, liquid, gas is made up of energy. It's science. And so your body also is made up of energy, and you have energy centers called your chakras that are responsible for different things. And so we're talking about the third chakra today with this, and psychic abilities and intuition, following your intuition and communicating, soothing emotions. So let's see, what does Spirit have to tell you today? All right, Spirit. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, one card out. What does Spirit want you to know today? Please and thank you, Spirit. What are your highest messages for today? Ooh, the bird's nest. Huh, funny, we got 2 blue cards that go with all the different cards. They have different colors with what it goes with. So Queen of Forces, we got wands. These are wands in the traditional deck. And wands is about creativity, imagination, manifesting. Queen of Forces is about balancing out the energy. Queen of Wands, which is me, the Queen of Wands, life coaching. Queen of Wands is when it shows up in your reading, it's telling you that you are the grand manifester of your life. You can manifest anything you want. But you have to balance out the forces in your life, okay? So this is about balancing the energy, the male and the female, masculine, feminine, the yin and the yang, about balancing, having balance in your life, and that creativity will come in. The bird's nest, 3 of forces, so 3 of wands. It's you looking to the future and having, you got the butterfly there, is focused on the sunshine. It's showing me springtime, new starts, fresh starts, creating a family. It's talking about your future. This is what you're looking forward to in the future, having a new start, maybe with a person in your life, and talks about family. So let's see, what other messages you got here for us, Spirit? We're talking about following our intuition, looking towards the future. You have a bright future. That sunshine, you've got a bright new future in front of you. Oh. So scrolls are swords, which represents communication, and that stone is a stone of communication. So you've got a lot of good energy. Like you're really like manifesting shit in your life. You're communicating. 5 of scrolls is 5 of swords. It's about diversity. It's about collaboration. It's about getting along. So let's get some more cards so we can actually get the whole message here, what we're talking about. Oh, I like this so far. This is all about expression, communication, manifestation. And this is a stone that is focused on the future and manifestation as well. So what kind of future are you manifesting for yourself? Oh my Lord, you're just in the queen energy, that feminine in control energy. Now you got the Queen of Cups, you got 3. You're really manifesting in all aspects of your life. You're balancing out the energies in your life. You've got a fresh start coming in. You're in control of your emotions and communication. You're learning to communicate. You're learning to collaborate. And you're doing it with love. This is the emotion part. The Queen of Roses is the Queen of Cups, and you lead with the heart. You're doing things out of love. So you're communicating effectively. Setting your course. Oh, I like this. All right, let me just get some more cards here before we give any more messages. My chair is squeaking. I don't know if you can hear that. My chair, I need a new chair. My chair is squeaking while I'm shuffling. What the heck is going on? Maybe, oh, but there's another card that flipped inside the deck there. Where'd that card go? There it goes. Ooh, hoo-hoo. Oh, all right. One more card, Spirit. One more card. And then we'll get into it. Last card. Messages for pile number 1, Spirit. Pile number 1. Huh. Oh, final last card. What is it? What's it going to be? There we go. Oh, you're right on track. Wow. Oh, Two of Roses, Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, this is a love message. I feel like, so you've been following your intuition. You've been working on yourself. You've been doing the work. And maybe in the past, in the area of love, things haven't worked out for you. Maybe this is about a past relationship, working on a past relationship, or letting go of that relationship and moving forward with something new, or starting afresh with an old relationship. So you were in a relationship where there was not good balance or communication. The energies were not balanced, and there wasn't communication. Maybe there were some angry words, a lot of angry words, and you weren't communicating effectively with this person. So either you've got a new person coming in, or this is new energy within the relationship if you're in a marriage or committed relationship, where the energies are more balanced out. You're getting a fresh start. You're focusing on family and what you love. And you are now like more in control of your words, not using a sharp tongue, but speaking from the heart with love. You're more willing to collaborate and see things from their perspective. And you're setting your sights on the future. If you look at this card, the Three of Scrolls, Three of Wands, you're looking towards the future here. And this card, the clue is the ship is sailing. Here's the rainbow. What's at the end of the rainbow? Let's look. It's the card next to it that it's focused on. And you got Archangel Raphael. Raphael is about healing. He's about the heart. And it's about, he's offering you from the heart a new start, either a new relationship or a new start to the relationship that you're in. It's like a fresh start. Whole different energy, all new energy. So you're setting your course on the love. That's what's in the center of your reading. The love, your true desire, what the person that you truly desire, the one that pulls your heartstrings, that's your twin flame, your soulmate, okay? There's been a lot of nights that you've been up working. Maybe you've been journaling, writing out your feelings, trying to clarify to yourself what it is that you want, the scribe. The number 12, let me actually look that up in the book, but I feel like you've been up at night thinking about things like, what did I do wrong? What could be done better? And you've been putting in the work. Let's see. So they're saying that this is a period of higher mind and higher learning, and a big change in your life. So basically they're saying because of what you came out of with the diversity in the relationship, you learned a lot of things and you're elevating yourself, right? You're learning your lessons. These are the life lessons that you've learned. You've reflected over the things that have gone wrong, the things that have worked, what you could have done different, what could you do better, how could you be more loving in the relationship and communicate more effectively. Maybe you said things that you didn't mean to come out the way they did and they were hurtful and you didn't mean it and you feel bad about it. And so you're learning your life lessons basically. And the Akashic records, the Akashic field, one of forces, that's the Ace of Wands. It's your ability to manifest, like you're manifesting, and this is fate. This is what was written for you, and you have a fated meeting. So here's the Akashic records, the Akashic field, all the information that you've learned over lifetimes. And I believe we live more than one life, and we learn lessons in those life. And when we come into a new human experience, we're not meant to remember our past human life. But intuitively, we feel that and we build on those experiences. And so you're drawing from past life experiences and learning the lessons. And this is leading you to a fated meeting. So if you're in a committed relationship and you're working on it and you kind of have a fresh start, like this was meant to be. And everything is happening at the right time. They're pointing out the clock, like everything is with the right timing. We have to learn certain lessons to elevate ourselves, to do the work, to elevate, to become better people. I'm in a twin flame connection, and let me tell you, it's been 15 years of push and pull. If you don't know what a twin flame connection is, look it up. It's about two people. It's one soul split in half, and in two different human experiences, and they're just meant to come together, and they force each other to grow spiritually much quicker than you normally would in a human experience. And it's uncomfortable. So there's a lot of push and pull. There's a chaser, there's a runner, but everything happens with the right timing. You have to learn the lessons first to be able to appreciate that other person that you were meant to be with, right? And a twin flame connection, there's a lot of push and pull, but it's not a connection. It's not an abusive connection. Like, it's not, there's no physical, emotional, verbal abuse. It's a loving connection. You just maybe don't always get along because the twin flame will bring out the shadow side of you, the things that you need to work on. They'll point it out, and it makes you angry because nobody wants their weaknesses pointed out. Nobody wants that stuff brought to the surface, but then you actually work on that stuff that's brought to the surface, and it makes you a better person, and it elevates you. And so you elevate each other, and then you always find that even if you separate, it could be months, it could be weeks, or it could be years that you separate, you always find yourself coming back together. And there may be a period of diversity again, where you're bringing shadow side out in each other again, but it's forcing each other to work on themselves. And then time goes by and you come back together. So it's all happening with the right timing. So right now, this is telling me you've been going through this twin flame connection, and it looks like you finally balanced out the energies and you have a fresh start here. This is great. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. It's a fated meeting. It was meant to happen. You are right on track. You are right on track. You are right where you're supposed to be at the right time, learning the lessons. And going forward, you have the Two of Roses on the bottom side of this. Ooh, and the Willow. I see something in the springtime. Two of Forces is the Two of Wands. And the Winged Messengers, your spirit guides, your guardian angels have been following you. This is the Two of Cups. And they've been guiding you. They've been helping you and guiding you both in this relationship. And this is your outcome. It's a beautiful outcome. The Two of Cups is like the Lover's card, where you've filled your own cup and now you're sharing it with the person that you're meant to be with. And so I see by springtime, things are really going to be flowing for you. Okay, this looks like springtime to me, and the flow of the river going with the flow, and the sun shiny in the background, the rays of sun, the whole new beginning kind of looking thing. Things are going to be flowing well for you. Come springtime, you guys are right on track where you're supposed to be in a love relationship, communicating effectively, following your intuition, letting spirit guide you. This is a great reading. So if you've been in a tumultuous relationship, you're coming out of the karmic trench. That's on the bottom. You're coming out of the karmic trench, right? You got to learn those karmic lessons and dig your way out before you can come to this. And we've got the King of Roses. Your king, your masculine energy, you're a match. This is a twin flame connection where you were meant to be together, right? Anybody got a match? You got a match. You've dug out of the karmic trench, and your person is coming back to you, and it's going to work out this time. You've had to learn these hard life lessons. I mean, look at how many trenches. That's a long field. That's a lot of trenches you've been digging. You've been working hard. Both of you have been working hard. And now you're gonna get what you've always wanted, which is the ultimate love, ultimate emotional fulfillment, and you're really gonna raise each other up. So it's happening, springtime, going with the flow. You're on the right track. You're headed right there. This is a beautiful message. So I know what it's like to be in a twin flame connection. It's hard. It's hurtful, but if you look back at the lessons that you learned, appreciate that. Take that and appreciate it, and be grateful for it. Let's just get one card of gratitude here. One card of gratitude. You know, don't begrudge the lessons learned, that all the things that you had to go through. You know, if everything was always easy, what value would it have? You know, there's contrast and comparison. When things are difficult and you have to work at things in order to grow and to have what you want, and to feel that ultimate love, that ultimate fulfillment, it's necessary. because love wouldn't seem so grandiose without all the heartbreak in between, right? You have to go through heartbreak to really, for when that person comes in, to really appreciate them and realize how special love is and how blessed you are in this connection. Yeah, it's all too easy. Like, if you never tasted a sour lemon, how do you know how good something sweet tastes, right? Contrast and comparison, love. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. I don't think this was meant to come out. It didn't flip over. Love, that's everything we're talking about. Look at that. Look at the emotion in that card, right? And again, we've got the moon and the sun, the balancing of the yin and the yang, the energies, the masculine and the feminine, and you're finally coming together and, oh, this is you. This is a strong, strong connection. And you guys are meant for each other. So I'm glad you're working it out. Keep doing the work. It's an ongoing process. Now that you've come together and you realize that work needs to be done on yourself to be able to come together with the person that you love, you each have to work on yourselves, fill your own cup so that you can bring a full cup to the table and share it with the person you're meant to be with so that you can have this connection. You still, it doesn't mean that the work is over. It's an ongoing process. The human experience is one that is to make us grow emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, in all ways, always growing. It's a never-ending process, but now you're in it together. It's like you and me against the world. Look at that card. You and me against the world. Nobody's coming in between these two people. This is the power couple. You are the power couple. So keep up the good work. I'm glad this is a beautiful, beautiful reading for you. So there you go, pile one. Yay, so excited. I know I've been there, been through it. Actually, just got engaged. I like my very simple, elegant, perfect stone. Other people like flashy things, but 15 years coming. He's asked me twice before. I finally said yes because we finally got our shit together and did it the right way. So it is something to be proud of. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, there you go, people. Moving on to the next pile. Okay, we're just going to clear the energy here from the last reading. Wonderful. Pile two. Welcome, 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 pile two. Pile one had a great message. Made me happy. Made me so happy. Okay, so we got pile two. And pile two is the rose quartz. And rose quartz is a beautiful, beautiful stone. I love this stone. This is one of my favorite. If you're having trouble with feeling loved or being able to love yourself, this is the stone for you. Get a big chunk of unpolished, like they'd sell it like this is a different stone, but see, this is an unpolished stone. Get a big chunk of rose quartz. It's not expensive. It's pretty cheap. Go to a metaphysical shop, get a big chunk like that and put it at your bedside where you sleep. If you're working during the day, take it with you to work and put it on your desk. Where I work, everybody knows that I'm into the metaphysical and everything, and they're funny when they see me bringing my stones, like, ooh, what's that one for? They're starting to learn and starting to get attracted. At first, they were kind of laughing, didn't believe it. Now they're like, you need to clear the room. There's too much toxic energy in here. Can you do something to clear it? We need a stone for that. Oh, but I love that. So this stone resonates with the heart. It is unconditional love. It emits a very soft, loving, nurturing vibration that connects to your heart and helps open your heart to support relationships, love in relationships, whether romantic, friendship, or family, and also to open your heart to yourself, to love yourself unconditionally the way you are. So much now in today's world, these young people are conditioned that they have to look perfect and be perfect to be accepted. And if you're overweight or your hair's not perfect or your skin's not perfect or whatever, your makeup's not perfect, then you feel like people aren't going to love you. Well, people have to love you for you, with the bad hair day, scraggly hair, don't care, no makeup on, had a rough night, looking like shit. Your people will love you regardless. You shouldn't have to be afraid to go out of the house without your makeup and hair done or your shirt and pants pressed and looking pristine. Obviously, we want to provide a good first impression on people with the way we look. But if people don't like you because you don't look perfect, then, they're not your people. So don't stop loving yourself just because you're not perfect. I'm overweight. I'm working on it. I'm actually thinking about, I manifest everything in my life, like love and financial abundance, abundance with family. And the one thing I haven't taken the time to work on is myself. Over the years, I'm a healthcare provider, and over the years of working nights and taking care of other people, I've let my own health go by the wayside. I used to be very thin, fit, running half marathons, 5Ks, 10Ks. Like I love to run. I worked out all the time, boot camp stuff. And I found myself so busy taking care of everybody else and everything around me that needed to be done that myself wasn't a priority. And that has recently changed. I've made myself a priority because the weight got way out of control. Like in the last year, I've lost, how much have I lost now? I've lost like 37 pounds. And it's been up and down. Like I've lost the same 20 pounds over and over. But now I'm focused where I've sat here and gone, well, I'm coaching everybody else. I coach friends, family, and coworkers, and they're having great success. I'm like, why am I not doing this for myself? Like this is something that's bothered me for a while. I don't like feeling like this. So it's not a matter of, getting back to you, it's not a matter of looking perfect or being perfect. Not one of us is perfect. Even like, look at Oprah Winfrey, the struggle she's had with weight her whole life, but she's successful in every other way and she's beautiful. Even 100 pounds overweight, she's beautiful. So you don't have to be perfect to be a beautiful soul, okay? And so if people don't accept you for the way you are, then just let them go. Sometimes you have to learn in life to let go of the people or the things that bring chaos and bullshit into your life. Get rid of the drama and the bullshit, the things that drag you down, like the friend. Maybe you've had a friend since high school, a longtime coworker that you've been friends with forever, but they're always making those comments that make you feel like shit about yourself. And it's in an offhanded way and they don't mean to hurt you, but it drags you down. It's time to move on from those people, okay? People may come into our lives for a reason, for a season, like the song, there's a time and purpose for everything and everyone under heaven. But they're not meant to stay all the time. Sometimes people are part of your history, but not part of your destiny. So learn to let go of those people that don't raise you up. You want to surround yourself by like-minded people that raise you up, not make the little derogatory comments that bring you down. So I feel like this is about self-love, unconditional love, love in a relationship that's unconditional. With my twin flame, I commented in the first pile that we were working for 15 years on ourselves to be able to come together successfully. And oh yeah, you got some work here because these cards don't even want to shuffle. We had to do a lot of self-love work and learn to love ourselves with everything we are. To be able to come together successfully. But, as much as we were back and forth and everything, even when he was at his lowest or I was at my lowest, I still loved him. It didn't matter. And he still loved me. When I was at my highest weight and really feeling down about myself and just feeling like a slug, not even able to get off the couch because I just didn't have the energy when I was overweight. It felt awful. He still loved me. When I would comment, we'd want to go out to dinner and we'd make plans, and then I'd wind up coming downstairs and going, I'm not going. I would just want to stay home. He'd be like, why? And it's like, well, I can't find anything that looks good. And it was because I'd gained the weight and I just didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. And he said, honey, you may have put on some pounds, but you're still the same beautiful woman that I fell in love with years ago. Like, he loved me regardless. He didn't stop loving me because I gained weight and didn't look perfect. And I looked pretty hot 15 years ago when we first met, right? So for him, that meant a lot to me that he put me up on that pedestal, despite the way I looked. Oh, manifesting. This is your card. It's about manifesting. Infinity and beyond. Why am I saying that? From, what do you call it? Bud Lightyear says it too. Infinity and beyond. That's what I feel like this is saying. And it's like, move forward, move ahead. That's another song. I always get songs when they're trying to give me messages. This is about you manifesting, moving forward, loving yourself unconditionally, and creating the life of your dreams. All right? You are the grand creator, the grand manifester in your life, and it's to infinity and beyond. You don't, like in the period of separation recently with my twin flame, I didn't stop dreaming about a future, it was hard because he was gone and we had dreams and goals together. And when we separated, and it was, you know, kind of mutual, when we separated, it was hard because it's like, well, what are my dreams and goals now? Because everything was together. But we had both lost our own individual dreams and goals in each other, you know. So that period of separation was necessary to remember that while we're a couple, we're also single individuals with separate dreams. Because even if you're twin flames, you know, a deep soul connection, you're not going to have all of the same dreams. You're going to have separate dreams and experiences that you desire that the other person might not be interested in. So don't lose yourself in the relationship because of that. So this is about you manifesting what you love and what you want and focusing on you. What do you want? What does Spirit want to tell you? What do you need to hear? Pile 2. For my Pile 2, Spirit guides, guardian angels, archangels, God, universe, speak to us. What do our Pile 2 people need to hear? All right, so let's talk about this first because that's where we're coming out. So something that's coming in quickly. I feel like this is about you manifesting your career dreams because this is all about, the Page of Pentacles is about creativity in the workspace, and it's a gift that the universe is bringing to you, the Ace of Pentacles. And it's coming in very quickly. All right, something's coming in very quickly, and that's like they're drawing my eye to this, and it looks like a heart at quick glance to me. Wings, on a wing and a prayer. Yeah, something's changing really quickly in your career field, and it's kind of like you're manifesting this. It's kind of scary and exciting all at the same time. Page of Pentacles, that young creative spirit that you have, something that you're manifesting. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. But this is like a gift from the universe. They're saying, here you go, it's going to work out. So whatever you're working on, whether it's career change, stepping up in your career, like promotion, something's happening and it's happening quickly and it's going to be successful. So this is about you visualizing and manifesting your dreams. And right now, you dream of something. I feel like it's an entrepreneurial thing. It's an entrepreneurial thing where you have an idea about something that you love. That could be a job. Well, not a job. I talk about job and career. Job is something that pays the bills. A career is something that you love, that you wake up to gladly every morning and you don't feel like it's work, right? So this is some entrepreneurial thing that you're getting into. Oh, yeah, and you're working. Look at you. You've been working at it, right? You've been watering that money tree, 7 of Pentacles, putting in the work, watering your money tree and watching it grow. So this is some business that you are starting yourself, maybe by yourself or with some other people. We'll see what comes out. Right now it looks like individual. You have some individual idea of a business, work that you're growing that's going to be a career for you, and it's something life-changing, and it's happening quickly. You've been really working and manifesting this. All right, King of Cups. I feel like, okay, so in the past, things didn't work out, all right? But I feel like there was a lot of emotion in what you were doing. And the Three of Swords for the heart is heartbreak. Like there was something that didn't work out, or maybe you were just afraid to take the chance, and because you didn't take the chance, it didn't work out. But you were too emotional. This is telling me you were too emotional, but now you're more in control of your emotions, and you were in doing what you were doing here, following your emotion instead of your intuition. Maybe you had some lack of confidence and being unsure if it was going to work out. And so, I feel like because you were too emotional and not following your intuition, there was some heartbreak in something. But don't despair. When there's failure, get up and try again. You don't know how close you are to success. If you give up, you could have been inches away from success when you gave up. So don't give up on the dream, okay? Get in control of your emotions. They're saying take control of your emotions, and you need, keeps wanting to fall out from the bottom, King of Wands. King of Wands is master of creation. Like the Queen of Wands reminds you that you're a creative force in your life. The King of Wands has mastered the art of creation. So you're getting control of your emotions, and you're mastering the art of manifestation. Okay? Manifestation. Oh, and some people, so you weren't manifesting before because you were too emotional about it. You were too indecisive, I feel like. And so maybe something didn't work out as planned. Judgment. So you're getting what's coming in for you now. You've been working hard. And let's see for career in this. Also, let's see, Judgment card. Hang on a second. Looking up for specific for career. Usually the Judgment card comes in and it's, you know, Gabriel blowing his horn saying, there you go, you're on the right track. You're going to get what you've been working hard for, getting what you deserve. It's finally coming in. Where can I find it in the book here? Wheel of Fortune. It's at the end. Sun, moon. Where'd you go, Judgment? There you are. Okay. Let's see. So we're looking at money and career. When it comes to your career, you may be going through a period of awakening. Perhaps you've discovered a new purpose or a calling that you can't ignore. This can sometimes necessitate changes at your workplace or in your position. While this can be stressful, these changes can provide you with a sense of revitalization in your work. If your workplace has been tense, the Judgment card suggests that you should be more aware of how your actions at work affect others. Yeah, I don't think that part's for you. I think it's just when it comes to your career, you're going through a period of it. Like, I feel like this is a period of awakening. Together with these cards, you know, following, getting in control of your emotions and control of your manifestation, power of manifestation, creativity, you're going through a period of awakening. Let me just look at that Three of Swords with the career, what it says for this deck. I love this deck. This is one of my favorite. Three of Swords. Yeah, feeling discouraged, like I said, feeling discouraged. All right, in career. Okay, so work may have been causing you a lot of stress, frustration, and sadness. At worst, it can indicate a job loss or failure of a company. Well, that's what I said. That's kind of what I feel like. Like you made an attempt at something, it didn't quite turn out as you expected. Yeah, so it's basically what I said. It's something that was a little bit of a disappointment, but it was because you weren't following. So you had a business in the past that you thought was what you wanted to do, and it turned out to be a disappointment. It wasn't exactly what you thought. Was it what you wanted? And this is talking about change coming in, because now you're following your heart, following your intuition. Like I feel like you did this. Whatever you did here is for your business. It was about the money. It was about having a business and making the money, but you didn't really enjoy what you were doing, okay? Like it was close to enjoying what you were doing, whether it's something in a field that takes you outside, and you liked being outside, but it wasn't exactly what you wanted to do. So I feel like you were kind of on the right track where you wanted to be your own boss, because you're somebody, you've got boss energy with the Kings here, you know, and you can't be like a worker bee. You have to be the one in charge. So you were bossing up, you opened a business, and it was a job. It wasn't a career, because it was just at that point in your life, it was like, how am I paying the bills? And so that didn't quite work out the way you expected, because you wound up really hating and resenting whatever you were doing because it didn't make you happy. Now you're in control of your emotions and you're following your creative wisdom, and you're doing something that you love, okay? Something that you've been working at. It's like you had to start over. Growing a new tree. It was like a whole new start, whole new career, whole new entrepreneur. Oh, King of Swords. So look, you got all the King energy. The hell, y'all, you bossing up. You're bossing up. Like you're in control of You're a good communicator. Look at this. Like this is going over the middle card. Like it's like, yeah, we're done with that shit. It just fell right on top of that card, right? We're done with that shit. You're in control now. This is about, the swords are about wisdom, about communication, about knowledge. You've gained the knowledge. You've gained control of your emotions. You've become the most creative force in your life, and you know how to manifest, right? Since you've taken control of all of this, what follows is this. Because look at the Magician. The Magician has all the tools, right? He's got the wand, he's got the sword, he's got the cup, and he's got the pentacles. You've got all that coming out. So what they're saying is you have learned all the tools in life through what you did here, that the center of the reading, the heartbreak of whatever didn't work out in your career field, in your, what you thought was your passion, whatever didn't work out as far as being an entrepreneur and being your own boss. They're saying from this, you learned the skills, the communication, the knowledge that you need to be a good boss, to run a business, to be a good communicator for your clients. You learned that through this. So you had to go through this step of this failure, this business that you started that was, a failure, maybe not monetarily, maybe it made the money, but it didn't bring you the happiness, right? So you had to go through all that because the things that you learned there, you're bringing to the table at this new entrepreneurship. I feel like this is you going into business for yourself, you bossing up, being your own boss, or moving up in whatever workplace you're at and becoming the boss. So they're also saying, like, if you're, for example, if you're in an office setting and you're not, somebody's above you, but they're not making good calls, and you're very smart, like you've got the wisdom, right? And you're just saying, if I was the boss, I would do this, this, and this would be so much more successful. Workers would be happier, all the people below you. And now you're stepping up into a boss position, either in your own business where this is going to be a huge career change for you, something that you love that's going to bring you money, it's never going to feel like work, or at the workplace where you already love what you do, but you don't like the power above you that's not really doing things the way you feel like they need to be done. And so they're showing all the boss up cards. You've got the swords, you've got the cups, you've got the wands, and Spirit is giving you the pentacles. Oh, I'd love for the King of Pentacles to come out right now. Where's the King of Pentacles? All right, let's get one more card. You've got it all. I feel like they're giving you, 2 cards just popped out. Spirit is saying, here you go. You got everything else. So that past experience, you learned everything that you need to learn, and you're bringing that skill set to what you're doing now, and what you're doing now is really going to work out. You're really manifesting, following your intuition on this. All right, so let's see. 6 of Cups. Yes, it's going back to something that gives you like what you're doing. 6 of Cups is like that childhood melancholy feeling of things that make you happy. Like when you were a kid, right? When you did things just for fun when you were a kid and it made you so happy. It's that melancholy feeling. That's what this job is going to give you. Like it's something you're passionate about, something that you did when you were younger that you were passionate about that made you happy. That's what you're going to be doing. And it's about an even give and take in the workplace. And this is about the burdens. You're shedding the burdens. It's almost like the burdens you took on before. It was that devil energy, where it's like, I always say that it's the devil offering you something really great that seems too good to be true. And it is, because you have to sell your soul to get it, right? But this is in this. So this is saying, this is the 10 of Wands. This is the end of a burden. It's the end of burdens that you've been carrying. And this is going to work out. It's not, when it works out, you're going to feel like this is too good to be true. And it's not. It is what it is. It's not that devil energy of having to sell your soul for it. So this is good. These 2 cards combined show that you're going to do the work, you're carrying the workload, but the time of feeling overburdened is over, and this dream is a dream come true. Like it's for real. It's not that devil energy where it's going to be taken away from you. Because when you started this, you were excited because you were your own boss, and you're like, yes, I'm my own boss, and blah blah blah. And this is going to be great. And then it didn't turn out that way. It was a disappointment. So they're saying that this isn't going to be like that. This is going to start out and seem too good to be true. But look at that. You've got the Ace of Wands right in your hand. You're in control of manifestation. This is all the power you needed. So we got the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. So you're going to be creating the money that you want. And it's going to repay you with that melancholy feeling of something that you love, something that brings you back to that childhood happiness. I feel like that card wanted to pop out. Let's see. Yeah, so when this gets going and everything's going good and you feel like you're waiting for the bubble to burst, that this isn't really happening, it is happening. It's not that devil energy. It's not going to be taken away. It's going to go just as you hoped and dreamed, and you're going to be in total control. Any other messages, Spirit? Any other messages? Yeah, you were like in the works. Oh, yeah. Look where it fell too. Like this, the Lover's card. This is going to be something that you love. And that looks like a pentacle heart to me up there. It's a crystal heart, but it looked like a pentacle like this. Oh, yeah. So this is something that you've dreamed of, that you love. So you are taking something that you're passionate about and you're turning it into a career. And it's going to be something you love, and it's all going to work out. All the hard work, all this hard work that you had to do in the past to get here is all going to pay off. Oh, the Hanged Man, seeing life in a new perspective. Like, it's turning your whole world around. Your whole world's turning around, but in a good way. You're seeing things in a new perspective, and you're seeing that in the past, to get where you were, to have this perspective, you had to go through all this shit, right? That's what I always say. Life is about lessons. Earth is a learning institution. It's a learning institution for souls to grow, and you're seeing that now. So you're seeing, oh yeah, success. All right, that's all we need to know. This is the success card, Six of Wands. This is you marching, parading through town, holding your head up high. Everybody's cheering you. The war is over and you've won the battle. You single-handedly won the battle for everybody. You are successful. I love that for you. The Knight of Swords. Oh yeah, charging in. You're doing it. This is a great reading, guys. So whatever you're working on, you're starting your own business. You had a failure in the past or didn't quite work out the way you thought. It was kind of heartbreaking, a lot of burden. You're going to have to do some work now. You're watering this tree. There's going to be some burdens, but it's not going to be for nothing. And I love this. It's like, yeah, you're going to have, there's going to be some hard work and burdens, but it's not going to be for nothing. You don't have to give anything away. It's going to end up with your ultimate happiness, doing something that you love. You are going to be fully successful. Wonderful reading. I love this for you. Okay, so this is about, here we go, our heart, self-love, doing what you love, following your heart in an intuitive way, not in an emotional way. Okay, intuitively follow your heart, your dreams, what you dream of doing. It's not too good to be true. Dreams can become reality, and you have become the great manifester. You've got all the tools you need to make it work, and it's to infinity and beyond. This is going to be the happily ever after. It's like, there's your wand. You're manifesting. Oh my God, this is a great reading. I can't even say anymore. Okay, love you guys. I hope this resonated with you, and good luck to everybody. Love you, bye. All right, clearing the energy from pile number 2. Whole new reading coming in. What's it going to be for you, pile number 3? All right, let's get into it. Pile number 3, you chose the blue lace agate. Look at that. Such a like soft, delicate feeling that I get from this stone. Blue lace agate is connected to your throat chakra as well. If you watched pile 1, that was also throat chakra. But this is it connects in a different way. It's a very nurturing stone, a nurturing energy, in that it helps you wield the flow of energy through your throat chakra so that you can communicate clearly and truthfully. Like, some people have trouble communicating their truth. You try to express your emotion of how you feel, and sometimes it just doesn't come out right? And people misunderstand you. Or maybe you're afraid to express yourself because you think people aren't going to understand, or maybe you're embarrassed to express yourself. Nobody can ever fault you for the way something makes you feel, okay? If you're in a relationship and you're trying to express that, maybe your partner is doing something that doesn't make you feel good, you don't have to, when you're communicating with them and trying to work on that, you don't have to say things in a bad way where, I hate when you do this, or I hate when you do that, blah, 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 because that immediately puts somebody on the defensive, right? So what you do is you approach it in a way is like, when you do things like this, this, and this is how it makes me feel. And if that partner is the partner that you're meant to be with, they're going to be concerned about how they make you feel, and they're not going to want to do things that make you feel bad. Sometimes we can't help it. It's inevitable, right? So it's about clear communication. Oh, hang on. Here comes Crazy Dog. Hello, Crazy Dog. Talking about communication. Let's see. This stone also helps you release fears of sharing your truth and emotions through words. It encourages creative confidence with verbal expression. It promotes harmony with others. It calms your mind, soothes your soul and your emotion, reduces stress. So if you're feeling stressed, if you have trouble communicating your truth clearly, expressing your emotions, and this is the stone for you, blue lace agate. And these stones aren't expensive. Go to a metaphysical shop and get yourself a chunk. Put it in your pocket if you need to. And it's nice when they're polished stones. It's just nice. It's soothing just to hold it and communicate and feel like the light, soft flow of energy that it has. And if you focus and concentrate, you can feel it. It's a learned thing to feel it. Some people it comes more naturally than others, but give it a shot. And okay, so let's get into your reading. All right, for pile number 3. Pile number 3. I got my daughter peeking down the stairs there, seeing if it's okay. I'm in my dining area, like it's an open concept in this house that I'm renting, and I just moved down to Florida, back in December, and I got rid of a lot of my old furniture from my old house that I just didn't vibe with anymore, and I finally ordered myself a desk that'll be coming, and I'm going to put upstairs in my Zen room where I can close the door and don't have to worry about Crazy Cute's dog here that goes crazy right in the middle of my readings. If you've watched any of my other readings, you'll hear her. She's either chewing on a ball, attacking the other dog, barking at the neighbors. All right, so here we go. Spirit, what messages do you have for pile 3, blue lace agate? What messages do you have? This is about communicating your truth, communicating clearly, being able to communicate how you feel, your emotions, not being afraid to communicate how you feel. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Queen of Swords comes out. Queen of Swords is about communication, right? Swords is communication. Oh, and in Ten of Cups, emotional fulfillment. So this is about you being able to communicate effectively, to have this emotional connection, the ultimate emotional connection with the people that surround you, whether it's friends, family, work, or a romantic relationship. This is the Queen is kind of looking down. It's almost like you see her like looking down, almost kind of in a defeated way. Like in this deck, she's not holding her head up high. Like the Queen of Swords is sometimes can be, depending on the reading, can be somebody who's sharp-witted, speaks their truth, tells it's like it is what it is. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you the truth, and you might not like it kind of energy. But in this card, she's kind of looking down, almost like she wants to communicate, but she's afraid to communicate. She's got that little bird sitting on her shoulder, chirping in her ear, telling her what to say. So this is about you learning to communicate all of your emotions. All right, learning to communicate all of your emotions. One more shuffle, they're telling me, because I don't know why. Well, it's funny because you have trouble expressing yourself and communicating, and the cards were difficult to shuffle. They weren't shuffling easily. And they're getting better. Here we go. We're going to get messages out for you. See how they don't want to shuffle? Because that's you being afraid to communicate how you feel. It's almost like you're afraid of retaliation or backlash by communicating how you feel. And when you're in the right relationships, whether it's friendships, work relationships, or a romantic relationship, you should never worry about communicating how you feel. Just always do it from your heart in a loving way, not with the intention of hurting the other person, but with the intention of just being clear on your boundaries and what you're okay with, and how what other people around you, what they do makes you feel. Or maybe it's just expressing your wants and needs. Maybe you're at work and you have some ideas, but you're afraid to express it because you're afraid people are going to laugh at you. Or maybe in a relationship, there's something that your partner's really doing that's bothering you that you want to tell them, but you're afraid that they're going to get mad at you if you tell them. You can approach it in a loving way. Get that blue lace agate, right? Because that's going to help you out with all the Four of Swords. Like it's a time of unrest for you. Four of Swords is in the upright is you taking a rest after heartbreak. This is like you feel there's no rest. You're in a state of unrest because you have things to say, things to get off your chest, and you haven't been able to do it. For relationships, for bonds to grow stronger, Don't be afraid of conflict. That's the thing too. Like, I don't know if it's going to come out. It's going to come out. I like when they jump out of the deck. Sometimes they want to come out and then they change their minds. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you've been working hard at this. It's been something you're working hard at, this wanting to communicate, but you haven't quite gotten it out there yet. You're afraid of the backlash from it, or hurting somebody's feelings, or maybe them walking away from you because you tell them what they don't want to hear. But if it's somebody that's going to walk away, if it's your twin flame, they'll come back eventually. It's a process. If you listen to the other readings before this, I talked about my twin flame connections, a lot of push and pull and periods of separation, but you come back together stronger than ever. So you need a little bit of conflict that you have to learn to work through. Yeah, it's all upside down. See, Swords is about communication. That's about the aha moment. You're not having that aha moment. You want emotional fulfillment, but look at the arms crossed, almost like in a closed off kind of manner. Like you want that emotional fulfillment, but you're closed off because you're not communicating. You have to communicate. How will you ever get anything that you want in the world if you don't communicate? Put yourself out there. Other people walk out and say, hey, this is what I want, right? So why can't you? Why are you any different? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there and ask for what you want. Five of Swords. Yeah. Five of Swords is winning the battle but losing the war. Like you took the swords from the other side, but you feel like you lost the battle. So, and the Hanged Man is upside down. You're not seeing things in the right perspective. Okay, you're afraid that if you speak out, you might win one battle by speaking out, but you're afraid you're going to lose the war, and you're afraid that person is going to walk away from you. Okay, so whoever it is that you need to communicate with, you need to start communicating and not be afraid that they're going to walk away. If they're meant to be in your life, they're going to come back. Just make sure that everything comes from the heart and it's in a loving way, not in a way that's like pointing fingers, accusing, degrading. Always do things in a loving way. And so this came out upside down. You're not seeing that perspective. All you're seeing is, if I speak up, I may win the battle, but they may leave me. You're afraid they're going to leave you. How is your love and your bond going to grow if you don't speak up? You're always going to have that state of unrest and unhappiness if you don't speak up, because it's going to weigh heavy on your mind. All these things that you're not happy about in your relationship. And people hate conflict. Like, the guy that you date that has an ex-wife, maybe they have a child with them, and the ex is always coming in and making demands, and they give them whatever they want just to shut them up because they don't want the conflict. No, you need to learn to set boundaries. You need to speak your mind in a loving way. You need to tell them what you want. They don't have a crystal ball. They can't read your mind, so you might be getting secretly frustrated with them because things aren't going the way that you want. But that's nobody's fault but your own, right? Because if you don't tell them, how the fuck are they supposed to know? This wants to come out. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, you're keeping it to yourself. Four of Pentacles is about keeping it to yourself. You can't keep shit to yourself if you're in a relationship. A relationship is based, like the whole thing. Yeah, and this is, if you communicate, this is on the other side of it. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, that's ultimate, like that's abundance. Desired abundance. You have to work on it. Yeah, they love you. They're going to come back. They might not like what you have to say. When you set boundaries and you tell people what you like and what you don't like, or what you want and what you don't want, that makes people angry sometimes. They may walk away, but then they may think about it and realize, okay, they're right. They're setting boundaries, and I've crossed boundaries, and I've been taking a lot and not giving back or whatnot. And so now you voice those boundaries and said, I'm not okay with you doing this, this, and this. I'll put up with so much, but I'm not going to put up with this. Okay, you got to set those boundaries. Something's going on that you're not happy about, and you're letting them walk all over you. You're not setting boundaries. Yeah, you have to do what's right. Justice card, wisdom, words. This is about wisdom and words. Choose your words wisely when you talk to this person. You need to do what's right for you, okay? You need to not be, where'd she go? The queen that's sitting here with her head down, afraid to communicate right here. You need to be this person sitting up on your throne going, I'm not putting up with that shit anymore. I'll let you do this, this, and this to me. But when it comes to this, I draw the line, because when you do this, this is how it makes me feel, and I don't like it, okay? You need to I'm getting angry for you because I can feel like your anger and frustration because you want to tell this person, but you're afraid that it's going to create a big fight and that they're going to walk away. But it's not. If you were meant to, whatever is meant for you will not pass you by. If this is the relationship you are meant to be in, by you expressing your feelings, your emotions, setting boundaries, this person, if they love you and respect you, they will not walk away from you. They might temporarily walk away. Oh yeah, see, once you do this, this is what's going to happen. 10 of Pentacles. So Pentacles is about abundance, not just monetarily, but whatever you perceive as bringing richness to your life, okay? Whether it's emotional fulfillment, love, communication, whatever you feel brings richness to your life. So 9 of Pentacles is about the abundance that you desire. 10 of Pentacles is getting what you desire plus more than you could ever imagine. So if you stand up for yourself, use your wisdom, choose your words wisely, stand your ground. Look at her, how she's standing her ground. This will lead to what you perceive as ultimate abundance, more abundance than you could ever imagine. And look at the dog. See how the dog's loyal? They're pointing out the dog. This person is loyal to you. They don't realize what they're doing, or maybe they do and they think you're okay with it because you've never said anything before. How do they know you're not okay with something? And it's like they're always doing something over and over that's pissing you off, and it's building and you're getting frustrated and you want to tell them, but you're afraid you're just going to start yelling at them. Don't start yelling at them. You've let this build up, and that's not their fault that you've kept things pent up inside you that you needed to say. You need to take a breath. Don't raise your voice. Don't shout. Choose your words wisely. Choose them from a place from the heart and communicate clearly what they do, how it makes you feel, and what your expectations are. You have to lay out your expectations and your boundaries for people and say it clearly. Communicate it clearly so they know, because nobody can read your mind. I've got a crystal ball over there, but I still can't read my significant other's mind. Like, I get intuitive vibes of how he's feeling. He's getting better at communicating. We had that trouble where he'd all of a sudden just get mad and lash out as if I knew what was going on. And it's like, well, how the fuck was I supposed to know? You never told me that before. Why didn't you tell me? It's not like I try to piss you off on purpose. If somebody loves you, they don't try to piss you off on purpose. They may be doing things. If you didn't say anything, then they think, oh, okay, it's okay that I'm doing that. It's not bothering them. And so if things are bothering you, you need to speak up, stand your ground, set your boundaries, choose your words wisely, come from a place of love. This person is loyal to you like a dog. They may storm off and get mad because they don't like the boundaries you're setting, what you're saying, but they're going to come back and you're going to have a conversation. This person is loyal to you. They're going to stick with you. They're not going to leave you behind. And your relationship, look at that. This is like a gift from, the relationship, the bond is going to grow so much stronger. Look at that energy with that Ace of Pentacles and that King of Wands. You're creating a more stable relationship by speaking, communicating clearly. That's a basis for a good relationship, is clear communication. You have to have clear communication, right? All right, so I think that's it. Let's do one more shuffle and see if Spirit has any more messages for you. But they've been pretty clear, and I'm a clear communicator, to a fault. If you want to know the truth of a situation and you need open advice, hey, I need your advice on something, I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm not going to pussyfoot around and make it all soft and cushy and try not to hurt your feelings. I'm going to be like, girl, you a bitch. Oh, here we go. I'm going to just tell it as it is. And you're going to get clear communication from me, and you're not going to like it, but you're going to appreciate it later on. First, you're going to get mad at me, but you're going to be like, okay. All right, Emperor. Yes, so Emperor energy, Knight of Wands. So you need to take charge, be creative, charge in with the Emperor. See the Emperor holding the sword? That's what they're telling me. And the crystal ball. You bringing in the crystal ball. You're like, okay, crystal ball ain't working. You ain't seeing, your crystal ball ain't working. So here you go. I'm going to bring you mine. I'm going to tell you the truth of the matter. And you're going to be coming rushing in with this. You're going to say things in a creative way. Okay. You're going to come in fast. And this is how the person's going to feel like, oh my God, they don't love me. They hurt my feelings. Look at this. I can't believe that. And then they're going to go off and think about it and then realize they need to work on this. Yep, they're going to be looking out at the future. They're not walking away, though. Like Eight of Cups, usually they show you walking away. No, this is more like a hermit mode, thinking about it at night, about what you said. Their feelings are hurt about what you said, but they know that you're right. And then they realize, I need to work on this because you're important to them. They are loyal to you. They are your person. All right, so don't be afraid to communicate. It is the basis for a strong connection. And sometimes you got to make waves to get into, you got to go through the waves to get to the calm sea. That's your reading. Get yourself some blue agate. Start thinking about how you can communicate effectively. Tell your truth. Always come from a place of heart. Tell people how things make you feel. Don't point fingers and say, you're mean because you did this, this, and this. Because they don't realize they're doing it because you haven't fucking spoken up. And that's your own damn fault. It's not theirs. So don't blame them, okay? All right. Love you. Bye. Hope things work out for you.